You're working in the quantum now, and it's no longer about time or effort or force. It's a new way, and the new way is about energy and alignment. So last week I posted 2 videos. One was on the things you need to master to be unstoppable: intuition, alignment, faith. And then the other video was on when you couple intuition, alignment, and faith with divinely inspired action, and you can become unstoppable. That's all you need. So I was in a meditation the other day, and this thought popped in, and I know people will say, well, you're meditating, you're not supposed to have thoughts and quiet the mind, etc. And yes, there's some truth to that, but that's not my experience with every meditation. A lot of meditations are just conversations with spirit, or I just get a bunch of information, I'm just absorbing it. Images, feelings, senses. Probably talk about that in a different context, but I was thinking about these new business ventures that I'm engaged in now. And there are several, and they are disparate, uncorrelated, and therefore there's no leverage. Like, what I do for one doesn't really help me with another. And so they're not correlated, right? And I was thinking to myself, gosh, how am I going to have the energy? How am I going to have the time? How am I going to have the focus to put in the effort to achieve these things? Because see, I was thinking from the old earth mentality. In the old earth, it's about how many calls you made and how many emails you sent and how many meetings you set up and how, the effort, like the chasing, it's the chasing as if there's control through activity. And the belief systems we have typically are that, well, if I don't have a bunch of activity, then I won't have any outcomes. And without any outcomes, I won't have any success. And without any success, no money, no progression, career progression, whatever, right? No retirement, whatever it is. So the early bird gets the worm is the energy I always think of when I think of this kind of like hustle, 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 old earth energy. There's a big portal on November 11th. It was the 11/11 portal from 11/1 to 11/11, completing now through, I believe, through 11/23. And on 11/12, I had this thought come in my mind on meditation, and Spirit said, you are now working in the quantum. It's no longer about time or effort. It's now about energy and alignment. So forget about the old metrics. Forget about the old things that you do. It's about where you place your focus, that's your energy, having your energy in alignment with your objectives, being in alignment with spirit, with the universe, working in concert to co-create the experiences, the reality that you desire, the outcomes that you want to see in your life. And people who live by the old earth methodology of running, and hustling, sending emails, making phone calls, like drinks and dinners and lunches and like the chasing, it's going to start to not work. In fact, it probably already is starting to not work. And if you're not in alignment, if you're in alignment and your energy is focused and you set your days with intention, yeah, then you probably still can exert that force and still have success. But this is a transition to the quantum where things can happen miraculously, spontaneously, instantaneously, and with very little effort. The old adage is, the master doesn't lift a finger, yet no task goes undone. And that is what Spirit was telling me about being in the quantum. So here's a little example. I don't know, a month or two back, I had intuition that I should reach out to a former colleague. I don't know, something came up, like maybe it was on a LinkedIn timeline or there was a birthday or who knows. And I didn't hear anything back. And that was fine. I sent a text and I didn't hear back, and that was totally fine because I'm not attached to the outcome. If the conversation is meant to happen, there will be a text back and the conversation will happen. And if not, then it won't. And I'm not going to fret it and I'm not going to chase it. Because what's for me can't not be for me. And what's not for me can't arrive for me. I'm magnetizing that which is for me and not magnetizing that which is not for me. So a week or two goes by and I get a text back. Oh, interesting. And I responded and it was cordial and it wasn't a big deal. But it seemed like this contact wanted to have a conversation. My intuition was, my friend wants to talk. So we set up a Zoom and we talked. And in that meeting, there was a business proposal. If you can do this, I can help you with this, right? Like I can compensation. And I had immediately intuition, like, I'm gonna be able to do this. But what was being asked, I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. No idea, don't even know really anything. But what I knew was, Spirit said, just go do this thing first. So I did that thing. And then Spirit said, then set up a meeting again, set up another Zoom. And in the meantime, once I finished the first thing that Spirit said to do, the first step, then I find myself in a meeting and I mentioned to somebody that, hey, I got this opportunity and I'm trying to figure it out, and they had the solution. Almost a stranger, this person, who I ended up getting connected with through a series of synchronicities. And they were just like, yeah, I think there's a deal here. And so now we're working on a deal together. And it was based on intuition to reach out to the person. Then I made sure I was in alignment, that this is an opportunity that I would like to pursue, that I think would be good. I made a decision that this was going to be something I wanted to put my energy towards, set intentions on, and align to. And then I sat back and I did what I was supposed to do. Step number 1, I needed to do some research. I did the research. Step number 2, set up a meeting. And as soon as the research was done, somebody else came into my life. They have a solution that I think has possibility to lead to a good outcome. And I set up the second meeting, and now this opportunity is progressing. Intuition, alignment, faith, followed up with divinely inspired action, all leading to the revelation that we are now working in the quantum. Miracles are real. Miracles happen. It's no longer about your effort or your force or time even. Things can happen instantaneously, immediately, spontaneously for you in the quantum. If your energy is clear, you are aligned to your outcome, and you are not attached, and you have no expectations, and you're just in flow, co-creating naturally and smoothly with the universe. This is the future. This is the new earth. It is here now. And if we don't adjust our approach, we're going to find that we're not having as much success in many areas of our lives as we used to.